G'day, today we are changing over the pump head on an RX550 pump. If you want to know how we got to this stage and how you take the pump apart, look for the separate video on that one. Now this is a bit more of an advanced repair. It's not difficult, it's very, very easy to do. It's not a problem. However, it's probably not the first place you would go. So we've covered off in other videos, if you've got an RX550 pressure cleaner and you're finding it's losing pressure, it's taking a long time to build pressure. If it's building pressure and then grunt, grunt, or it's kicking in, it should build pressure and hold it. But if it goes grunt, and then 30 seconds later, grunt, and you haven't used the pressure cleaner, it can't hold pressure, it's leaking somewhere. If it's taking a long time to build up pressure, it's running and running and running and running, and you're not using it, it's probably the filter, which is in here. We've covered how to check that in a separate video, so watch for that one. That's your most basic repair. And then if it's leaking, it will probably be from one of the O-rings in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. That's probably your next bet. I've had to change that over on my own pump. This is a friend of mine's. They've got one exactly the same. Saw the video and said, oh, you know, look, can you have a look at it? I had a look at those seals, but it still hasn't stopped it leaking. This is the old pump head that's come off it. We've just taken this off here. There it is there. And there goes a spring washer. That's okay, we get new ones of those. This is the old pump head, we've just taken it off, and there's a crack in here. So the housing's cracked. As I said previously, if you want to test this thing out, before you do the seals, if it's just grunt, grunt, it's leaking, it's not holding pressure, what I would do is follow the instructions to take it apart. See the separate video on that one. Take it apart, plug it into your hose, plug this into your pressure cleaner at the top part of your pressure cleaner to your lance. Plug this into water. Have the pump completely disconnected. Don't run it, don't turn it on. Turn the water pressure on and see if it leaks and see where it's leaking from. It might be leaking from one of these 6 seals. If that's where it's leaking from, undo these, change it over. Whatever it is it a 7 or is it no? What size is it? 10, it's an 8, I think. 8 Allen key, take those out, change the O-ring over, put it back to torque it. I think it's watch the video of that, I'm not sure, I think it's 11, but watch the other video to check that. Change those over, change the O-rings over if it's leaking from one of those 6. If it's not, if it's like this one and there's a crack in the housing here, you'll see it leaking out from that crack. You won't need to turn it on. There's the build-up of water pressure, it'll leak out. Or you'll have to watch it carefully, dry it off, make sure it's got water on it, turn it on, and then you'll see water weeping, or in this case, water was fine mist, but it was coming out of this little crack in the head. So head's no good, needs to be replaced. Now the person who owns this estimates that this is about a 2015, 2014 pressure cleaner. My instinct was that we'll have a look at it, see what it is. Cracked head, might be throwaway material. These are only cheap aluminium pumps, might be just knackered. Contacted the Australian retailer, which is Edison's. They said, yep, actually, that's an older model pump, but the head should fit it. So they've sent a new head, not under warranty. I paid for it. It was about $120 for the replacement head. The fellow who owns this will pay me back for that, I guess. And it comes with everything you see. So it comes with your 2 attachments, one for your lance, one for water in. Also comes with your replacement bolts and spring washers for in here. So you replace everything, no seals, no gaskets or anything. All the seals are in here. So what you do, there's 4 bolts. It is a size 6 Allen key, 6 millimeter. One, you'll see, that's probably better to see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take them off, and then you can just, if you wiggle it slightly backwards and forwards, it'll come off. There you go, that's how it comes off. Don't lose any of your seals. You want all them still in there. Obviously, you don't want to lose any of them. So keep all that in place. Put that back on again. One of the seals has come out. Come on, get back in there. There we go. Have that seated down properly. And then you'll use your 4 new head bolts, torque them. No specific torque that I can find here, so I'm going to torque them to the same as I did here, which I think is 13 Newton meters, with the spring washers that they've sent me. Now this is your power. Now you are going to have to do that. You'll have to take this off. It's just little Phillips head screws. There's a whole bunch of them around your power switch. Take them all off and then this will come away. You've got a capacitor in there, and then you've got your line in, which is a blue and a brown, so you're not going to get them confused, and there's different fittings. So one of them will go into an electrical joiner, and you'll need a very small Phillips head or very small flat head that you can stick in there and undo it and then tighten it up. And then you've got the brown one with the flat plug will go onto your switch. Blue and brown, you can't muck it up unless you're really not paying attention. Just make sure you get the one. This comes off. There's a grommet in here. You'll have to push the grommet out. Grommet comes out. You'll reuse that grommet. New grommet doesn't come with the packet, so we put that on there. So we'll need to reuse the grommet. That's now done with. We will need to take this off. This is your detergent hose. New one doesn't come with that, so you'll need to put that on there to replace it when we're all done. I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. This will go back in here, plug it all in. 4 bolts there, tighten it up. That goes there. Job's done. So it's not a complicated job. It's actually very easy. And how long will it take? You'll get this done, you know, half an hour. It's not a big job. Replace this over. This pump is 15 years old. No, what did I say? 10 years old. About he doesn't exactly know, 2015, 2014, something like that. So it's about 10 years old. Pump runs fine, it just doesn't hold water. Electric motor's fine, we tested that. The pump seems fine, it's got plenty of, it just can't build and sustain pressure because it's leaking like a sieve. So changing this over, new one, $600 is generally what about that, including shipping, what you see them for. $120, you know, about a quarter of what the whole unit's worth. You might want to buy a new one, but for the sake of $120, might be worth considering. So this will get this back going again, and all will be well. So that's how you change it over. It's not a big job. Again, diagnosis is going to be critical here. I would say if your pressure cleaners, you'll think, oh, you know, it's lost pressure. It's probably that the filter's blocked. That's your most common problem. So clean your filter, undo this, clean your filter out. If you've got a leak, you're going to have to take it apart and just make sure it's not one of your seals. If it's not the seal, you'll see that the head is cracked. And thankfully, at the moment, Edison's haven't changed the design, and 10 years later, you can still get a replacement part for them. So I think that that's well worth your consideration if you're looking to invest in, if you've got a problem with one, or if you find one that's leaking, you could go around to the person who's selling it. You could have it apart in under 10 minutes. Plug it into water, see where it's leaking from, partially diagnose it. If you could get it for 20 bucks, $120, $150 total for a total expense, or if they're giving it away, $150 total, and you might have a really good pressure cleaner at the end of it. As long as everything else, as long as the electric motor works and the pump is fine. So that's how you do it. I've been very impressed with these RX550s. All the other pressure cleaners I run, and I've got a couple farms, and I've got at the moment 3 spit waters. Doing for a hot one, a petrol one, and a cold electric one. I love spit water pressure cleaners, but not everyone can afford one. And mine hasn't got to this stage yet, but I have had to do the seals, and I have had to clean the filter out, and I have had to replace the axle. So I have had to do a few things to it. But for a $500 pressure cleaner, it works really good around the house. My wife loves it for cleaning off the deck and washing the house down. It's good for washing the car. You're not going to take any paint off. It's a good, reliable pressure cleaner. I really like it. It served me well. And to think that you can run it for 10 years and potentially get another 10 years out of it, hopefully, fingers crossed that your electric motor goes or your pump doesn't go, but hopefully you get another 10 years out of it by replacing the head. Golly, that's pretty good going for me, I reckon, for a cheap pump. So anyway, that's how you do the head. Hope that was useful for you. Thanks for watching.